Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Ready.
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We started with small beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. Today, we give you the power to grow your ideas by building meaningful relationships in the communities we serve. Because it's the same place we started. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Well, the calendar has turned.
to 2026, and there's no better way to start out West Region basketball than a number 1 versus number 4 matchup in the state of North Dakota right out of the holiday break. Hi, good evening, basketball fans. Scott Woodmansey alongside Joe Cattell from Lynette Olson Gymnasium. Glad to have you aboard here on the PSP Network as we've got what lays out to be a good one. It is the number 4 ranked Dickinson Midgets at 4-1 overall, coming to town to take on the number 1 ranked and undefeated Century Patriots here at Lynette Olson Gymnasium. And we did not have the girls game. The girls was a little different story tonight. For those of you that may be wondering, the Dickinson varsity played the Century JV, so it was a non-counter. And then when they go later in December or in January, that'll be a 2-point counter out in Dickinson. And Joe, before we dive into these two teams, I guess, as I said, no better way to start 2026 with this matchup.
Yeah, no doubt. This is an exciting basketball game. Two teams that we thought were going to be good coming into the year, and so far so good on that prediction. So yeah, Dickinson a 4-1 team, only lost to Horace, who's just cruising out east right now, and that game was a 2-point game first weekend. So and then obviously the Century Patriots are undefeated. So there should be an absolute battle. A lot of good players that we all expected them to be in these two positions this early in the year.
Well, as we talked about that most recent Class A boys basketball poll, there you see it right there. Century at 1, Bismarck High at 2. Bismarck High hosting Legacy tonight. Horace at 3. Dickinson 4 and Davies at 5, and Legacy and Mandan receiving votes in that most recent poll. Another one will come out next week, but this should be a fun one. Glad to have you aboard our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Your local oil change headquarters, 25 years of the Lundins, taking care of people. Local actually matters, not to mention this oil change is a stay-in-your-car drive-through oil change that is typically performed in 15 minutes or less. Find them in Minot and Bismarck. It's Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Our pregame show rolls on. We come back, we'll take a look inside the Mavericks and the Patriots. Back with more on the PSP Network.
Beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. Today, we give you the power to grow your ideas by building meaningful relationships in the communities we serve. Because it's the same place we started. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Welcome back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Joe Cattell, Scott Woodmansey with you. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network. There's lots going on tonight on the PSP Network as we take a look at that. Well, we can get that mouse to cooperate here. As you'll see, Berthold and Ari Nimmers, you can find that. That one's underway. Legacy and Bismarck, the girls, the Bismarck High girls knock off Legacy 68-53. And then Williston High and Minot all right here on the PSP Network. And then tomorrow, Boys Hoops, our Redeemers, and Bishop Ryan. Be sure to like and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Well, Joe, we take a look, first of all, the visitors, the Dickinson Mavericks. That was 1, I was told. When we went to break, I was told it was 1. Under their 11th-year head coach in Danny Glaser, making a trip to the state tournament last year for the first time since 2020, and well, he returns some pretty good guys to this crew, and right now the guy leading the charge is Boston Cranston, but I'll tell you what, he's got a couple of good running mates and a young man by the name of Dylan Glaser and Cameron Wolf, as well as a junior, Nate Stevenson.
Yeah, no question. This is a team that, you know, Coach Glaser not only has been coaching for a while, but he knows this team for a long time with his son being on that squad, coaching them in young kid basketball, coaching them in the summer, and he's really had a chance to really grow with this team. And I know he's been excited about this group for a long time, and they're showing out for him right now. They showed out for him last year at the end of the year to get to the state tournament, and they're really producing for him right now. Dylan, Boston, Nate, and Cameron are kind of that four-headed monster, and they're going to have some other pieces that slide into the game as well and contribute. But glad to see that those four have really stepped up into their roles this year and just picked up where they left off last year, like you said, going to the state tournament for the first time in 5 years.
Well, Boston Cranston coming in here averaging just over 30 points a game. He's 19 of 35 from behind the arc. Shoots at 80% from the free throw line, and right now you could say went over 1,000 career points against Fargo Shanley this year. So you certainly can say that this young man has had a nice start to the 25-26 basketball season.
And he's shown signs of that in years past. He's really been a player that can kind of wiry, can get to the rim, can do a lot of things. They had the Nolan Widener kid last year that was kind of similar to that, and so kind of took some of those shots and that creativity, from Boston, giving him one more year to grow. But without Widener there, they need that long wing playmaker that can bring the ball up the floor, that can rebound, that can create some transition for him. He's just such a smooth, silky player. He kind of just gets into the lane and does so many good things. He's going to be one of those guys that you hear about playing City League for the next 40 years. He's just got that game to him that's just so crafty, and he doesn't need to be this, crazy athlete like some people do. He's just a really solid basketball player that has good footwork and good fundamentals.
Well, the Dickinson Mavericks looking to come in here and hand the #1 ranked team in the state their first loss. It should be a fun one. Glad to have you aboard here on the PSP network here tonight as we'll take another time out. Our Babbling and Oil Change pregame show rolls on with more from Lynette Olson Gymnasium after this timeout on the PSP network.
Learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Spas Etc., Bismarck's #1 hot tub and sauna dealer, brings luxury and wellness straight to your home. Discover top brands, Sundance Hot Tubs and Michael Phelps Swim Spas that deliver not just relaxation, but real therapeutic benefits. Right now, save up to $5,000 or enjoy up to 72 months interest-free financing. Visit us today at 1420 East Main Avenue in Bismarck and experience the best deals for yourself.
Now back at Lynette Olson Gymnasium as we get you set for Dickinson and Century right here on the PSP network. Glad to have you aboard as Century Joe. We take a look at the home team under their 17th year head coach Darren Mattern. Boy, what a run they went on last year. 26-1, win the state championship, knocking off Davies in that title game, and their Century's 4th state title. But you talk about a supporting cast and returning a supporting cast. You've got guys in Nisley, Kinnebrew, Kramer, Kralik, Haroldstead, all these guys playing significant minutes for Darren Mattern last year on that state championship team, and certainly a team that, was highly touted at the start of the year and will continue to be all year long.
Yeah, no question. They, led by Nisley and Kinnebrew. Cam Kramer is also another player going on to play Division II basketball. Xavier Haroldstead had a phenomenal football season and was a big-time contributor last year to this roster. Joey Kralik, the list goes on and on. Going into this game, who's the MVP? I don't know. It's one of 8 guys. And then even their bench, Aldinger came off the bench last year for him, played a lot of minutes. You got Wellstead, a coach's kid that's just waiting in the wings, ready to play. I heard in the JV game he was 10-0 to start the game. And then you got Omni Spears as well. Who's
Noah Hurd, also the quarterback for the football team.
Yeah, you almost feel bad for some of those guys because they'd be playing for a lot of teams in the WDA. So, but that's why they got a pretty good, really good roster, but they still got to show up every night because they're the team with the target on their back every night. And Dickinson wants nothing more than to come into Bismarck, leave with the win, maybe pick some Subway out on the way home, and celebrate a W here. So maybe pizzas, I don't know. I used to always say it's McDonald's if we lose, Perkins if we win, boys. And
well, I can tell you, I can tell you, and I know one thing they probably won't pick up because I had it with me last night, and it's a dessert called baklava. I'm not sure if you heard the story from the Aldi, and let's just say that Braylon Aldinger's mother did not like it.
I heard it was dry.
But yeah, nonetheless, guess what her next gift is going to be for me? It's going to be some baklava at some point.
Big plate of baklava.
Well, both teams have made their way back out onto the playing floor to finish their pregame warm-ups. We'll take another timeout on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We come back. We'll take a look at our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys of the game. Back with more from Lennon Olson Gymnasium after this timeout on the PSP Network.
As a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
All the Mavericks and the Patriots getting set to do battle here tonight from Century High School as we take a look, Joe, at the current boys West Region standings. There you see Century, Bismarck, Dickinson, Legacy, all 2-0. Well, that's going to change after tonight because Legacy is at Bismarck High, and of course the one we've got here for you, Mandan in at 1-1, Minot High 1-1, and then St. Mary's, Jamestown, Willis, and Minot North all 0-2. So I guess
cream will rise a little bit tonight.
Yep, it will, as some big games going on tonight. And again, Todd Domrey's, Chuck Claremont have the call for you on that one, as you can find that on the PSP Network. Joe, let's take a look at our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. And first of all, for the Mavericks, we talked a little bit about it before the start of this one, and I like what you went with. Forced turnovers. That's probably what they're going to have to do against this Century team.
Yeah, you need a few more possessions in them, right? You need to win that turnover battle. You can't lose the offensive rebounding battle. There's just so many things that come with that. Sorry, as my kids knocks over every camera we have. You just gotta be able to create some possessions. They lost 85-83, I think, or 87-85 to Horace. That's really high scoring.
Yeah.
Like, you got to figure out, you don't want to get in shootouts with these really good teams. And I know Dickinson has full confidence in their offense, and they should. But can they force some turnovers? Can they get some stops? Can they do a good job on that end of the floor too? Because everyone knows they can score, but to win these big games, especially on the road, you got to guard people, and you're gonna have to force some turnovers, get a few extra possessions.
Well, we know the one team that's going to come out and guard you is that's something that Darren Matters has stressed ever since he's been a head basketball coach is defense, and one thing they're going to have to do tonight is defend that three. As Cranston, as we look at this, is Cranston is 19 for 35, Glaser 5 for 17 on the three, Wolf 9 for 18. So Paxton Leeson, he's 6 for 15. So these guys like to shoot the three, and Century's gonna have to get out and guard that.
Yeah, and if you just look at their averages on the year, right? Dickinson's averaging 94 points a game, but giving up 70. Century's playing averaging 76 and only giving up 44. Something's got to give.
Yep.
Right, and we all know that both teams can score. We both know all teams got these WDA all-state type caliber players, but whose style of play is going to win? And then when the other one forces your hand, is your team good enough to win that way too? And so, the Mattern teams, with the offensive firepower they have and the way they guard, you feel like they can guard both ways. So Dickinson's got to be willing to win both ways as well. And I'm really excited about this. I think Coach Glaser's been, salivating at the mouth for this one since last year, and he knows he's got a good roster. He knows he's got a good team, and this should be a battle of some Titans in the WDA tonight.
Well, those are Northern Plains Heating and Air keys of the game. There's no other choice to suit your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Call Dylan today at 222-2155 to make sure your furnace is ready for the winter months ahead. New installation, upgrades, and all your furnace and AC needs. Again, call Dylan today at 222-2155. 55. Well, it's early in the year, but this is a big contest in the West region as Dickinson. After this, they've got they've got Legacy on Tuesday and Mandan on Friday. Century's got Minot North, and then they got Legacy. So
I hope you enjoyed your Christmas break, boys, because we're back.
Yeah, as pretty good crowd on hand here tonight for this one. As you said, not only us, but a lot of people have anticipated this one, and what a way to start off 2026 with two teams of this caliber coming in. As you said, I'm sure Danny Glaser and his guys have been waiting for this one since that run they made last year to the state tournament. Certainly, they want to repeat that again this year. And, well, it all starts here tonight as they get ready to introduce the starting lineups on the floor. They'll go like this. First of all, for the Dickinson Midgets, they'll go like this. At one guard, it'll be Jordan Daychild, 6 foot and a senior. On the other guard, it'll be Dylan Glaser. He's 6'2" and a senior. At one forward will be Boston Cranston. He's 6'2" and a senior. The other forward will be Nate Stevenson. He's 6'2" and a junior. At one, and in the middle will be Cameron Wolf. He's 6'5" and a senior. Their head coach is Dan Glaser in his 11th year. For the home team on the scoreboard, the Century Patriots will go like this. At one guard will be Garrett Nisley. He's 6'4" and a senior. The other guard will be Camden Kramer. He's 6 foot and a senior. At one forward will be Gibson Kinnebrew, 6'4" and a junior. And the other forward will be Xavier Haroldstead, 6'4" and a senior. And in the middle will be the garbage man, Joey Kralik. He's 6'4" and a senior. Their head coach in his 17th year is Darren Matter. It'll be Kralik, Kramer, Nisley, Kinnebrew, Haroldstead for Century, Wolf, Stevenson, Cranston, Glaser, Daychild for the Midgets. Fasten your seatbelt, folks. This one is going to be electric here tonight in Lynette Olson Gymnasium. I want to thank you for tuning in to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show as we're about ready to tip this one off here from Century High School.
Number 20, Camden Kramer.
As PA announcer finishes his introductions of the Century. Boy, Joey Kralik, he's putting on a little bit of muscle, hasn't he? I mean,
every time I see these kids a year later, I'm always like, man, how much bigger they get. When you watch them play as they're 16-year-olds and younger sometimes, and then by the time they're 18, you're just like, holy cow. So yeah, grown men out there between him and, I coached Glaser, Nisley, Xavier, Aldinger all in a summer AU one year, and it's amazing to see how much these guys have grown in just the last 3 years.
Well, Century in their home whites, trimmed in navy and red. Dickinson, the Mavericks, in their road Texas orange with black trim. Cranston, I hope he brought a charger for those shoes. Wolf goes up against Kinnebrew, and we're underway as Century controls to start this one. Man-to-man defense for the Mavericks. Here's Kralik with it between the rings. Now goes high left side to Haroldstead. Haroldstead guarded by Cranston. He hands back to Kramer. Century's going to weave it out high. They're going to use that shot clock as best they can. Kralik comes out top of the key to get it. Now Haroldstead. Now here's Kinnebrew with it. Now they put the offense in motion at 5. High post and go to Kramer. Kramer turns, heads downhill, stop, reverses, shot up and good for Camden Kramer.
Yeah, 35 seconds off the clock and a 2-pointer for the Century Patriots to start the game.
2-0 Century leads on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Here's Daychild with it. Daychild turns the corner, top of the key. Left corner, Glaser. Glaser on the bounce, spins baseline. Kramer takes it away. Kramer's got numbers, 3-on-2. Kramer, he had stops, now finds Gibby on a trail. Kinnebrew hangs and dishes off to Kramer. Here's Haroldstead with it, now to Nisley in the left wing. Oh, nice bounce pass there. Shot fake, another pass. Kralik, bounce, layup, got it.
Such good footwork right there from Haroldstead. First of all, unbelievable pass by Nisley, but Haroldstead not running over the charge, not throwing up a bad shot, finding Kralik on the opposite block.
Century leads 4-0. Here's Stevenson with it out at Glaser. Glaser's going to fire for 3, and Glaser buries it.
Yeah, that's not what Coach Mattern wants. He doesn't want them sucking in on those drives. Got to stay out to those shooters. We talked about how many they've made so far this year.
Kinnebrew on the other end attacks. That one goes in and out, and rebound comes down to Stevenson. Up the near side, Cranston. Cranston attacks, gets in the paint. He kicks it, and he threw it between two offensive players over there. It goes out of bounds. It's going to go back to Century. 4-3 our score to BNC Bank scoreboard. 16:25 to go, just underway here. Opening half of play from Century High School. Kramer on the bounce, enters it left wing to Haroldstead. Haroldstead goes baseline left, nothing there, drops it off Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew, he's in traffic, nowhere to go. Now back out high to Haroldstead. Haroldstead brings it from the left side to the right side. He attacks on the right side, stops, rises up in the right baseline's up and good for Xavier Haroldstead.
One thing you know about Century teams is they are comfortable reversing the ball up by the half line. And that's one thing Coach Mattern really stresses is using the whole half court to get that ball reversed.
Here's Stevenson, Daychow. Now the corner, they go to Glaser. Looks inside Cranston. Now back out high to Wolf. Wolf on the bounce, guarded by Nisley. Stop and go move, leans in, tough shot, rolls off. Nisley the rebound. He wants to run. Behind the back goes Garrett. Kicks it left corner. Kinnebrew rises three. That one too strong. Cranston the long rebound for the Mavericks. Gets it up near side. Stevenson. Stevenson crosses over. Attacks on Kralik. Stop. Flyby. Turn. Fired and scores.
Yeah, good play there by Stevenson. Another great footwork action. Drive hard left. Let the defense go by you on your jump stop. Spin back. Make an easy bucket.
6-5, Century by one on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Here's Nisley now to Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew, he's going to attack in the paint, goes up, has a blocked away. Here's Kramer, left side three on the way, in and out. Rebound, Haroldstead tips it into the hands of Glaser. Boy, Glaser up the near side in a hurry on the bounce. Now lets his teammates catch up, goes baseline, spins on Kinnebrew, loses the basketball out of bounds, and we'll go back the other way. Today's game brought to you in part by the UPS store located in South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store is located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs.
1-2-2 press. Just trying to speed Century up a little bit, maybe force some uncandid turnovers.
Haroldstead on the baseline, back out high. Kinnebrew jabs left, goes right, jump stop on the block, nowhere to go. Now out high to Kralik. Joey hands off to Haroldstead. Xavier now looks for Nisley on the block on the left side. Nisley backs down, spins, fall away on the baseline. Bingo. Oh, is that a pretty move?
That's on
by
Stevenson, too. Yeah, that's on Stevenson, too, the post player for Dickinson.
Back the other way quickly. Cameron Wolf converts.
Yeah, you got to get your defense set up if you're the Patriots. Great job for the Mavericks getting down the floor before they get in the half court.
8-7, Century by one. Here's Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew gets in the paint, leans in, left-handed shot up and good off the window for Gibby Kinnebrew.
Yeah, Gibby's been aggressive this game so far. That was his first shot attempt inside the paint. Good job of attacking that closeout.
All five in the scoring column for Century as they lead it by 3, 10-7. Glaser, left corner three, off on the weak side. Rebound by Nisley. Nisley brings it back the other way. Here's Kramer. Kramer, quick move, and Glaser, that's going to go on Wolf. He couldn't stop as he falls right over. That'll be his first, team's first.
Roughing the passer on that one.
Century leads by 3 at 10-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. They inbound it to Kramer. Kramer rise up long two, and he buries it. This Camden Kramer.
Yeah, nice little out of bounds play there. Just getting Camden a little bit of space and knocks it down. Probably the worst two in the game, though, the one right by the three-point line.
Century by 5 at 12-7. Here's Wolf. Goes behind the back. Wolf in the paint, finds Cranston down low. Cranston in traffic, tough shot, he scored it.
I don't think we're going to see only 44 points tonight out of Dickinson. They're already hot from the start on this one. 10 points in the first 7 minutes, 9 points in the first 7 minutes.
Back comes Century. Here's Nisley on the bounce. Nice pass. Kinnebrew layup, got it. Oh, was that a nifty dime?
Nisley's
by
one of
by Garrett Nisley.
Nisley's one of the better passers in the WDA. He doesn't get credit for that as much as his shooting, but that time finding Kinnebrew wide open. Probably the easiest bucket Kinnebrew's going to have all night.
14-9. Here's Stevenson, hounded by Kralik. Out to Wolf. He fires for three, misses everything. Into the hands of Haroldstead. Aldinger getting set to check in now for Century. Xavier now gets it off to Camden Kramer. Now Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew looks down low. Nisley wanted it. Now they come out high to Kramer. Kramer, now Nisley has it. Nisley spins baseline, step back, rises, shot too strong. Kinnebrew climbs the ladder, but he's going to go over the back. And that's going to be Gibby's first. That'll be the teams first as we take a look on our Ryan Family Dealership replays. We got a stoppage and play on the pass here by Nisley. Ooh, what a dime there to Kennebrew. Nice wraparound. And Kennebrew finishes. Aldinger checks in for Century. Tristan Orton in for the Mavericks, as well as Tatum Bullinger in there for Dan Glazer. And Orton will control now for Dickinson. He gets it off Stevenson. Stevenson angles left side or to the right side. Now they clear out space. Now he attacks. Here's Orton. Orton gets in the paint, stops, nowhere to go. Kramer from the backside pokes it away, and here's Nisley with it. Aldinger thought about a three, now looks inside, nothing there. Now Aldinger attacks. Braylon dumps a baseline. Kralik, shot fake, nowhere to go. Now back out to Aldinger. Now here's Kramer, top of the key three. That one's wide left. Rebound Stevenson on the weak side.
Yeah, good possession there. A couple good looks, just didn't fall.
Stevenson attacks. Ooh, Kralik fell down. Here's Bullinger. He flips one up. That one's no good. Kralik the rebound for Century.
Glass cleaner. Joey Kralik falls down, gets back up, still gets the rebound.
Kennebrew attacks. He's going to be bodied up there by Glazer. Ooh, that was a tough pass there. He got it to Kramer. Now Nisley on the baseline.
Oh, to be able to jump that high and find somebody, huh?
Oh, nifty move there. Oh, he can't spin it in. What a move there by Nisley. Faked to the inside, went baseline and just flipped it up, but had too much spin on it. Here's Orton on the weak side off the pass from Glazer, and we're going to have a foul.
Chance to change the tires a little bit. That was back and forth quite a bit there for a good 2-minute stretch. You can see some guys with their hands on their hips.
Tristan Orton goes to the Serve Pro free throw line, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Orton sets and delivers the first one. That one rolls off for Tristan, coming in here averaging 7.5 points. Struggled from the free throw line, just 14% on the year from the free throw line, but he'll have one more to try to change that as his team trails 14-9. Yep, and he got it.
Swish. That one looked good.
Yep, 14-10 now. Here's that pressure again applied by Dickinson. They get it into Kramer. Now Kramer's in trouble. Now he finds Haroldstead. Now Xavier turns and heads downhill.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go there. Went straight down the black line. Coach Mattern wants a foul, but
yeah,
Xavier put him in a really bad spot. Put himself in a really bad spot there. He just asking for a bailout.
Yeah, and it looked like pushed off as Darren Mattern's talking to the officials about it. Here's Daychild with it.
I think they're both referees said we're not bailing him out for running down the sideline.
Here's Wolf. Wolf operates in the paint. That one comes up short. Rebound to Kramer. Now Kramer will work it up the floor, guarded by Jordan Daychild. Here's Aldinger in the right corner. Now comes up high. Kennebrew. Now Gibby sends Kramer from the left side to the right side. Kennebrew on the attack on Orton. Nice pass down low. Haroldstead, the left hand, missed it. Got his own rebound. Turns, fires, missed that one. Nisley keeps it alive. They're going to get an over the back call on Nisley. And a good box out there by Daychild.
Yeah, good. Everything was good there. The ball just slips out of Xavion's hands. They isn't able to finish it. Nisley picks up the foul. Just probably a little bit of a tired frustration foul more than anything on that one.
BNC National Bank, your life is busy. We'll make managing money easy with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online, bnc.bank. 14-10 our score. Here's Wolf playing point guard. Now looks inside. Tried to find Cranston. Loose ball goes to Orton. He misses the bunny into the hands of Aldinger, and back comes Century. Here's Kennebrew on the bounce. Now out high, Aldinger. Now Haroldstead high right side. Xavier looks inside to Kralik. Nothing there. Excuse me.
And they had a high-low look there, but really good defense by Tatum Bullinger in there, guarding Joey Kralik, definitely undersized.
Yeah, Haroldstead's three was an air ball, and then the baseball pass goes out of bounds, so it'll go back to Century.
I mean, they might not be all turnovers, but some of these shots are a little bit rushed for Century. It feels like they're kind of winning some battles on this defensive end right now. Kind of got Century playing a little bit faster than they want to.
Here's Kralik as they break the pressure easy that time. Kralik kicks in the corner. Aldinger goes baseline. Now back out to Kennebrew. Kinnebrew, and then we're going to get a bump. Yeah, and that was going to be.
They're bound to call one of those.
Yep, that's exactly right.
There's about 2 or 3 times that 2 hands kind of got on Kinnebrew or any of the drivers. They're bound to call one of those eventually. Only problem with that is why Coach Glauser's so upset is that's the second on Cam Wolf.
Yep, and that brings him right to the bench.
Basically says pick out anybody else but that one on that call.
Well, I'll tell you what, these officials are. Kramer turnaround on the baseline's up and good by Camden Kramer. Tell you what, they're going to get a workout tonight with these 2 guys.
I hope their families told them they loved them before they left, because that's the last good words of encouragement they're going to get.
Century by 6 at 16-10. Oh, and the errant pass run down by Daychild. Here's Stevenson. Stevenson tries to get in the paint. He's doubled up, nowhere to go. Now finds some space, hangs. Oh, he sticks it in the back iron and scores.
Yeah, really good play there by Stevenson. So strong with the ball. Ball was on his chin the whole time, wide base, able to pivot through all the contact.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. 9:07 to go opening half. Century 16, Dickinson 12. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
Wow, I forgot to mention the nifty camera work we had going on in that Valvoline Change pregame show. Johnny Haugen, well, he's playing with his toys again, and that's what happens when you let a guy like that loose and he gets to play with his cameras.
Give him a credit card.
And great job by Johnny Haugen on that. Here's a poke away there. They're going to say it's off Kramer's foot, out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Mavericks.
Dickinson Mavericks speeding up the Patriots right now. They've forced some turnovers. This little pressure is causing some problems for the Patriots.
16-12 our score. Century by 4 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. The inbound Stevenson. Now Glauser gets it back. Cranston back in there. Haroldstead all over him. Cranston, I don't know if he's had 3 touches yet tonight. Stevenson, he's going to attack on Aldinger. Stops, kicks in the wing to Daychild. Nope, that's Bullinger. Bullinger now brings it top of the key. Hands off to Cranston. Cranston on the bounce. Cranston with the left hand attacks, has it poked away. Kicks it left wing. Bullinger fires for 3. That one comes off. Kralik the rebound. Joey's going to play point guard. 3-on-3. Kicks it. Nice dime. Haroldstead layup. Got it.
I was going to say about that last possession defensively, I'm not sure Mattern wants his guys turning their backs to 3-point shooters to help, but good job, Joey Kralik, clearing the board, bringing it up, and finding Xavier in transition.
And now Dickinson throws it out of bounds. Today's game brought to you in part by Minot State University. The best way to predict your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll learn the degree for the career you desire, with more than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Minot State University, be seen, be heard, and be you. Caden Wellstead checks in, and Century turns it over. Bullinger, now Daychild, now back to Bullinger. Bullinger gets in the paint, the runner down the right side's up and good.
Yeah, attacked Wellstead right away coming off the bench, got him right to the middle. Was able to get all the way to his right hand. 2-possession game.
18-14 as tic-tac-toe there. Kralik on the other end. One bounce, goes up and scores.
Joey probably initially thought a little give and go, but he had great position there on the one dribble jump stop. Easy bucket for the Patriots.
20-14. Century by 6. Back comes Stevenson. Here's Cranston, a deep 3, and he buries it. Oh, was that deep?
Hand down, man down. Xavier thought he was close enough to guard him, but he's got his hands on his hips, itching his hips. And
Cranston with 5, and it's a 3-point lead for Century. Here's Kinnebrew. Now Kralik again. Kralik goes down low. Shot comes up, missed it, kept it alive, and then he's going to get called for the reach-in as Joey Kralik. Frustration foul there for Joey, and that's going to be the 4th team foul. Substitution now coming in for Dickinson. That is Paxton Leeson in the ball game.
Joey got himself just a little too flat there. Didn't have an angle to use the backboard. Tried to swish the 2-foot layup and air banked it.
Well, Dickinson can tie on this possession as Stevenson enters it right wing to Bullinger. Now they find Cranston. Cranston in the paint, kicks left corner. Leeson right off the bench, and he hits the side of the backboard. It goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Century. Haroldstead will inbound. He does to Wellstead. Wellstead in trouble. Then we're going to get a foul.
Boston Cranston.
Yep. First personal there. Third team foul on the Midgets.
Century's got to do a better job of catching this first initial pass away from sidelines. Wellstead's last catch was right in that deadly corner.
Haroldstead finds Kralik. Kralik turns, lobs down low. Kinnerbrook grabs, goes up, misses it, but he's going to be fouled from the backside, and that's going to go on Leeson, just checking into the ball game. His first, team's fourth. Today's game brought to you part by Planet Pizza, the best pizza on the planet. It's Planet Pizza. They've been around for over 25 years. They have the largest laser tag playground in the region, a giant lunch buffet, and they deliver. Call now, 701-852-1700 Planet Pizza.
I always get a chuckle. Before the game, Johnny had a good shot of Mattern and Glosser just chatting it up, chit-chatting, talking about Christmas, talking about their wives and family. And then as soon as that ball's thrown up, they both turn red and go to full-on war mode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Gibby gets them both, and he'll come out of the ball game. And Camden Kramer comes back in. Century by 5 at 22-17. Stevenson controls. I mean, look at Kralik. Kralik guards anybody you tell him to.
They switch 1 through 5. He don't care.
Here's Aldinger, gets the turnover. Finds Kramer. Kramer's got to run it down, and he does so in the right corner. Now Century gets some numbers, and here's Wellstead high left side. Wellstead on the bounce. Comes up high, Haroldstead, now near side to Aldinger. Aldinger, he's going to attack on the right side. Step back, rises, and scores for Braylon Aldinger.
Yeah, nice little smooth move there. He's not going to out-athlete you, but he got to his spot, extended, and knocked it down.
Just like a piece of baklava there, smooth. On the other end goes Stevenson, and he misses that one. Gets his own rebound, goes up, and what are we going to have? They're going to get Caden Wellstead on the reach-in. That's Century's 5th, and Stevenson will go to the Serve Pro free throw line. Today's game brought to you in part by Ryan Family Dealerships. For 50 years, Ryan's been a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com or visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston as Stevenson knocks that one down.
You going to use that in your repertoire from here on out?
I might have to.
It's like a piece of baklava. Your new calling card?
I might take a piece of baklava, huh? See what happened? See what got started there? Nick Holberg commenting on Cranston's shoes. I told the neck, I said at the start, I hope he brought a charger with. Have to re-energize those things at the break. Here's Kramer on the other end, leans in. No, nifty move there. Hangs and scores, does Camden Kramer.
Awesome body control there. He's got 8 points here in the first half, all attacking the rim. Making plays around the hoop except for the one jump shot. No threes yet for him.
26-19. Here's Daychild, left side 3. That one rolls off, and Haroldstead on the rebound on the weak side.
Century actually hasn't hit a 3 yet in this game. Everything's been inside the arc.
Here's Wellstead to try and change that, just right on cue. Caden Wellstead buries one from the corner.
Great skip pass. Caden had his feet ready to rock and roll. Knocks down a big shot coming off the bench.
Century by 10 at 29-19. 5:05 left to go here in the opening half. Here's Stevenson on the bounce. Stevenson.
That charge. He's got to take that charge.
In traffic, double up. Now on the attack in there, and a turnover. Here's Haroldstead going one-on-one against Cranston. Haroldstead attacks and scores.
Yeah. Glosser really wanted to foul on Wellstead there. Wellstead tried to get vertical. It looked okay. It wasn't perfect, but it looked okay. Letting them play right now.
Caleb Pullins in the ball game now and we've got for the Mavericks, and we've got a First City National Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. 4:37 to go. First half of play. Century 31, Dickinson 19. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
This page isn't a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
At GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Break.
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
Oh, that's game brought to you in part by Farstead Oil. Contact Farstead Oil today to find out how their skilled sales team can help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, and western Minnesota since 1938 and committed to outstanding customer service and reliability. Farstead Oil. Out of the timeout, they go backside to Cranston. Ball poked away. Run down there and saved into the hands of Kralik. Kralik turns and heads downhill. Hands off. Nope, he keeps it. He's going to attack. Leans in. Hangs too strong. And they're going to get Kinnebrew over the back, I do believe.
Or Xavion. That's Kinnebrew, you're right.
Yep.
That's his second.
Sixth team foul there. Now coming back in is Glaser for Dickinson. And Noah Herr is going to get ready to check in for Century. Today's game also brought to you in part by Bell Cyclery, locally owned and operated in downtown Minot since 1960. They have a whole full line of e-bikes that they service in their shop, sharpening center for knives, scissors, chainsaw blades, and more. Fitness center with treadmills, ellipticals, and recumbents. Val Cyclery. Here's Glaser. Glaser attacks. Layup high off the windows. Good by Dylan Glaser.
Another help where a back got turned to the three-point shooter. When you turn your back to get back to him and close out, forces the driver, allows the drive right down Main Street.
Century by 10 at 31-21. Herr attacks baseline, leans in, high off the glass, no good. Harrelstead keeps it alive, one bounce, fouls it back up off the window, no good, and rebound pulled out of there by Stevenson. Quick return on the other end, layup is up and good for Caleb Pullins.
Yeah, just not getting back on that one. Good job for the Mavs, beating everybody down the floor, getting this thing back to an 8-point game.
31-23. Here's Herr with it. Now leaves it for Aldinger. Now Kralik, top of the key. Joey hands off to Kramer. Kramer, here's Aldinger out of the left corner for three. That one's long, and they're going to get Harrelstead on the weak side. Whoa. Okay.
That was across the court.
And there's a few folks up in that on the east side bleacher that are letting that official know about that one. Is that's the seventh team foul, so that will send Nate Stevenson to the third pro free throw line. 3:13 to go. Reminder, we're going to have our Jerome's Collision Center intermission report coming up. And Stevenson converts that one. Stevenson 3 for 3 from the third pro free throw line. He will have one more. 31-24.
Coach Mattern is hot right now.
Stevenson goes 2 for 2.
Gets them both. Makes it 32-24. BNC National Bank with locations throughout North Dakota, Minnesota, Arizona. BNC National Bank provides you with banking and wealth management service for your business and family. Visit BNC Bank online today at bnc.bank. Here's Wellstead, who checked back in. He's double up in traffic, trying to get his way out of it. Throws it off the defender, and it'll stay with Century. And
second time Caden's kind of caught himself on the sideline a little bit. Got to work his way more to the middle of the floor, give himself some room on each side. Kind of plagued Century a couple times against this press.
Kralik Gets it into Kramer, and then they're going to get Cranston on the reach.
It's going to be Cranston's second as well. I know these guys want to play hard. It's a big game, but they got to play smart, too.
And that'll send Cranston to the bench as Tatum Bollinger comes in to replace him. 3:02 to go. Opening half of play, Century by 6 in the beginning. Oh, Kramer, wide open. Nice pass, Kralik to Wellstead, who freed himself.
Yeah, nice little overplay play there. They ran a little back screen on the overplay denial, and Wellstead gets a wide open layup. Great pass from Kralik.
33-25. Here's Bollinger with it. Now drops off to Pullins. Pullins taken away by Kralik to Kramer. Kramer on the breakout. Camden leans in, scores.
Yeah, I like Camden's idea there. He had Hare running with him, but he was in full head of speed mode, and he couldn't do anything else.
10-point lead now for Century. Ooh, Pullen, a little teardrop, comes off. Kralik the rebound. He wants to play point guard. He says, let's run, fellas. Finds Kramer on the trail on the left wing. Camden sets, fires for three. That one's short. Gets his own rebound, goes baseline, finds Kralik. Little teardrop in the paint, too strong.
Yeah,
Kralik, yep, and then he got a foul. Not a smart foul there by Kralik. That'll be number 2 on him.
No.
That'll be the 8th.
Really good play by Camden Kramer, getting the ball to Joey right there at the 10 feet middle of the paint, but just a really poor decision by Joey going after that running over the box out.
Today's game brought to you in part by Bones Barbecue Sauce, a true North Dakota original, created and bottled right here in North Dakota. This premium barbecue sauce is perfect on anything from ribs to burgers to veggies. Find it today at your local grocery store, Catchways Marketplace, and Family Fare. So at the Serve Pro free throw line, that is Jordan Daychild as he gets himself into the scoring column, his first point of the night. He'll have another one, sets and delivers, and it gets it over the front iron, and he gets them both. 35-27. Here's Haroldstead. Now Kramer, now Wellstead.
Not a lineup you probably see a lot out of Central Patriots right now. Wellstead, Aldinger, Haroldstead, and Kramer.
Well, we'll see how they play in this. Here's Aldinger. Aldinger. Jumper off the right elbow. Follow-away is up and good for Braden Aldinger.
Yeah, a little senior leadership right now. A lot of the scoring for the Patriots on the bench. Aldinger steps up and knocks down another little 15-foot pull-up.
10-point lead now for Century. Minute 35 to play opening half. Here's a takeaway there by Haroldstead, but created there by Wellstead. Stop-and-go move for Kramer. Finds Aldinger. Aldinger, now Haroldstead. Now they go to Wellstead on the high left side. Now here's Kramer. Kramer turns, heads downhill. They're going to say it's off him, and he was hounded there by Tatum Bollinger.
Yeah, Bollinger did a good job on the defensive end. He's had some weird matchups. He's guarded the post. That time getting Kramer on a curl. Done a good job.
Here comes Stevenson back with it as Danny Glauser says elbow, and we'll see what that is as Stevenson now gets it to Glauser. Glauser on the attack, works his way down low, loses it, now gets it back out to Daychild. Daychild. Here's Orton on the left wing. He rises and scores for three.
Yeah, this is a scoring basketball game right now. This is more points than Century's given up in some games.
37-30. Here's Kramer back with it. Now Haroldstead, 40 seconds. Wellstead brings it out, top of the key. Now hands off to Kramer. Kramer crosses over. Hounded there, and they're going to get.
Yeah, there's a lot of contact.
Oh, boy.
Foul number 0, Tatum Bollinger,
Yep.
first personal, sixth team foul.
Sixth team foul on the Midgets. Shot clock is off, so Century can play for one as they lead 37-30. They get it into Aldinger. Darren Mattern says one shot. Now Kramer.
Been real impressed with the Mavericks defense today. They've been out guarding in the Patriots shorts, so almost all 90 feet.
Here we go, 9 seconds as Kramer gets a high screen. Kramer off the right elbow. Little step through move there, partially by Harrelstead. The follow, the putback again and again. No, he missed it, and that's going to end the opening half of play here from Lynette Olson Gymnasium as we head to our Jones Collision Center intermission report. On the BNC Bank scoreboard as we go to break, Century 37, the Mavericks 30. We'll be back with our Jones Collision Center intermission report after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Sports Medicine
is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Well, welcome back to Lynette Olson Gymnasium and our Jerome's Collision Center halftime report. Jerome's, accidents happen. It's part of life at Jerome's. Our goal is to help get your car and your life back on the road, both literally and metaphorically. It's a goal that forces us to do more than fix your vehicle. We've been doing it since 1975. Call 701-852-5126 to schedule a collision repair. Other services, collision repair is our specialty. We value you and your car. 37-30. Century leads it on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Let's give you some updates in the West region on the girls' side. St. Mary's over Jamestown 52-47. Bismarck High beats Legacy 68-53. Also, Mandan all over Minot North 87-52, and Minot over Williston 70-45. Kind of a surprise out in the EDC. Cheyenne knocks off Shanley 67-66. Horace all over West Fargo out there as well, 60-28. There's your PNC scoreboard update. And for well, Joe, I guess at the break, 37-30. And yeah, you know, if you're Dan Glaser, you got to feel pretty good with where you're at. And you touched on it. Defensively, Dickinson came to play tonight.
They really did, and they did a lot of without fouling. They never got into the bonus. They played physical without foul. They only got to that six number. I wrote a couple things down. Number one was keep up the pressure, offensively and defensively. One, they were picking up full, really speeding Century up. You can tell they haven't seen a press this year. They're spending a lot of time on the sidelines and the half line, real close to touching out of bounds or going over and back. And then on offense, every time they got a good defensive rebound, they were down the floor. They got 2 or 3 breakaways. Just working them and putting pressure on them offensively. And then where was Boston Cranston in the first half? I think he had 2 shots. He's 2 for 2 for 5 points. I mean, you're missing 30 points if you're at your scoring, and he only got 2 shots. Like, he's got to touch the basketball. And I know Century's a beast when it comes to guarding people. All 5 guys can guard him, but you've only scored 30 points, and your leading scorer's only scored 5. And your leading scorer scores 30 a game. So, he's got to get more shots. He's got to be more involved. Free throws is what kept them in that ball game in the first half, going 7 for 8 from the free throw line.
Well, Joe, why don't you give us a look at those first half individual numbers?
Yeah, for the Dickinson Midgets, trailing by 7 here in the first half. They knocked down 2 3-pointers in the first half, and we're 7 for 8 from the free throw line. 8 players in the score column, led by Nate Stevenson's 8 points. He was 4 for 4 from the free throw line. They got 5 points out of Boston Cranston and Dylan Glaser, both knocking down a 3-pointer. They got 4 points out of Tristan Orton, and then 2 apiece for Cam Wolf, Caleb Pullins, Jordan Daychild, and Tatum Bollinger. They only had 6 fouls. Cranston has 2, and so does Wolf. For the Century Patriots, they lead by 7. Only knocked down 1 3-pointer. Only went to the free throw line twice. Knocked down both of those for 2 for 2. They had 7 players in the scoring column, led by Camden Kramer's 10 points. He had 6 points out of Xavier Harrelstead, 6 out of Gibby Kinnebrew, 5 points out of Caden Wellstead off the bench, 4 for Braylon Aldinger off the bench, 4 for Joey Kralik, and 2 for Garrett Nisley. Foul trouble for the Patriots, 2 for Kinnebrew, 2 for Nisley, and 2 for Kralik. And the other thing with Century, I thought a lot of their fouls came 90 feet away from the offensive end of the hoop. Like, they were fouling, missing a layup or missing a bunny, and then they would foul there, and it just allowed Dickinson to stay in the game with free throws. So, really fun first half. It was fast, but there was also really good half-court defense. So, you got a little bit of everything in that first half.
Well, and you talked about it too, Joe. You look at, even on both sides of it, Dickinson has just 3 threes. Century just 1, and that 1 3 came from Caden Wellstead off the bench, who's shot 4 on the year.
You know, when Camden Kramer has 10 points at half, it doesn't surprise you, but when he doesn't have a 3-pointer and has 10 points, and give the Mavs a ton of credit. They are chasing and getting after these shooters. They're going out and they're guarding people in their shorts out by the 3-point line. So they're allowing and forcing the Patriots to dribble drive a little bit more than maybe they're comfortable with. But there are some skips available. The shooter's got to be ready to shoot. Nisley spent a lot of time on the bench. That's also a big reason you have one less shooter out there. So interested to see how this half goes now that everybody should be fresh. Does someone pick up an early foul? Do we see Boston Cranston show up? Because I don't think it's Boston's fault. I think he's just got to figure out a way to get the ball and be aggressive.
Well, as you want to thank you for tuning in to Jerome's Collision Intermission Report. We'll take one final timeout. We come back. The final 18 of this one. Century leads at 37-30. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese. It has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Now 37-30. Century leads this one, number 1 versus number 4 in the state of North Dakota. Again, we want to thank you for tuning in for our Jerome's Collision Center intermission report. Accidents happen, it's part of life. At Jerome's, our goal is to help get your car and your life back on the road, both literally and metaphorically. It's a goal that forces us to do more than fix your vehicle. We've been doing it since 1975. Call us at 701-852-5126 to schedule your collision repair or other service. Collision repair is our specialty. We value you and your car. Well, the Mavs will have the basketball to start the second half. Both teams will go the way they started. It'll be Daychild, Glaser, Cranston, Stevenson, Wolf, and then it'll be Harold, Sid, Kinnebrew, Nisley, Kramer, and Kralik as Cranston controls now. That's how you get them involved. You get them in the ball right out of the inbounds,
Make him the point guard, I guess.
Here's Glaser. Glaser attacks on the right side, hangs off the window, and scores.
Yeah, nice play there from Glaser. Little dribble left, come back to his right, hang in the air, make the layup. Oh, no. Is that going to be Kinnebrew's third?
Nope. I think that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong team.
Yep, that was on Daychild.
I hadn't got my eyes adjusted to going the other way now yet.
Well, here comes Kramer back with it as Century leads by 5 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Kinnebrew looks high post. Nothing there now. Nisley.
Little zone.
Yeah, little zone. Here's Kramer out of the right corner for 3. That one, bingo.
You're going to zone the Patriots. You're going to find Camden, Kramer, and Nisley in a corner somewhere, and not even one reversal, and they're able to find Camden out of that 1-2-2 zone.
Kramer with 13, and on the other end, Stevenson dribbles it out of his foot. A good defense there by Joey Kralik, and we'll go back the other way.
It looks like they're just trying to stretch their 1-2-2 half court all the way to the full court all the way to the half court.
Here's Kinnebrew with it. Now gets it off to Nisley. Nisley, middle of the floor. Kralik, he turns, heads downhill. Dump pass down low to Haroldstead. Back out high to Garrett. Garrett surveys, wants Kramer. Now Kramer comes and gets it.
Back to man-to-man.
And Kramer attacks. Right hand to layup. No good. Kralik to follow. And what are we going to get there? I think that's going to be a foul on Wolf, I do believe.
Yeah,
yep.
His third.
Plus 25, Cameron Wolf, third personal, second team foul.
That's his third personal. Dan Glaser didn't like that call. Nisley.
He wanted it on Kralik. He kept saying he's just standing there, but he was standing in the wrong spot. It's tough to stand underneath the hoop and be in legal guarding position.
Haroldstead attacks on Wolf. Now Kralik goes baseline. Kralik backs his way in off the glass and scores it. Nifty move by Joey Kralik.
Yeah, get the ball in his hands right now. He's got that look in his eye that he's trying to make plays. You got to be willing to take a charge on him if you're the Mavericks.
Century back up by 10. Here's Daychild. Now Stevenson skips it, taken away by Nisley. Nisley on the other end leans in, goes up, and they're going to get an offensive foul. Is going to go against Garrett Nisley.
Number 10.
It's a really good defensive play by Dylan Glaser, getting back, shutting the door, closing the faucet, as I like to say. Just getting his chest in front of the basketball. He's the primary defender there and takes it right in the chest.
And that's going to be 3 on Garrett Nisley here with 16 minutes to play.
Nisley and Wolf both playing with 3 right now.
Here's Stevenson. Now Cranston with it. Cranston, stop and go move. Now back to Stevenson.
What a job Kralik is doing on him.
Stevenson, nifty step through move there by Nate, and he goes up and scores.
Yeah, Nate Stevenson now has 10 points. Good job there of driving hard to his right hand and getting the defender out of his way.
Nisley with it, finds Haroldstead in the front court. Now Kramer on the trail.
Back to that zone.
Now Nisley goes baseline, dribbles it off his foot, out of bounds, and go back the other way. First National Bank and Trust, full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between our employees and customers. Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Find them online at fibt.com. And Nisley pokes it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mavericks. 15:34 to go. 42-34, Century by 8.
Really good basketball game right here. This is a rock fight right now. Team's throwing punches.
Here's Daychild with it.
Nothing's been easy for either team.
Cranston attacks on Haroldstead. Now Stevenson spins on Kralik. Kralik takes it away. Here's Haroldstead. He finds Nisley in the front court. Garrett, he's going to rise from the right wing. Bingo! Nisley right between the eyes.
Yeah, real quiet first half. Only 2 points with all those fouls. Garrett Nisley that time walked right into an open three.
45-34. Now Cranston down low has it blocked away by Haroldstead. Here comes Century. Kramer right down Broadway, layup, got it.
Yeah, a lot of attention on Nisley running the right lane. Camden just kept dribbling until someone stopped him. No one ever did.
47-34. And Nisley's going to get number 4. Yep, that's going to be number 4 on Garrett Nisley.
Yeah, and the fundamentals on that was bad. He went with his right hand there to steal that ball instead of his left, and the right hand's going to drive you right through your offensive player. And now Nisley, after just getting some rhythm there with the steal and the 3, is going to have to watch a little bit of this basketball game.
Yeah, Aldinger comes in. He's going to guard Cranston. Cranston attacks baseline, goes up and scores.
Yeah,
Tough move there by Boston Cranston, but he got it to go.
Cleared out a whole side for him there, was able to attack that closeout and get all the way to the rim. Didn't settle for a jumper.
Kramer gets it out of traffic, finds Kinderbrew. Now here's Kralik with it. One bounce. Kralik attacks, hangs and scores. Does Joey Kralik.
Yeah, Joey just a good hesitation there. Give a little shot fake, get Camden off his feet, and then is able to go. Joey's not going to out jump you, but he's going to beat you down on the ground.
I'll tell you one thing. You're going to have to work real hard to outwork him too. That's for sure.
I think I said 2 years ago at the WDA that he couldn't jump over a Garrison phone book, and I think that one's lived with him ever since.
Here's Cranston, fall away 3, too strong.
I'm okay with it, though. He's got to get himself going somehow, and he's got to force a few.
Kramer, the rebound, now up the left side. Haroldstead in the front court. Hands off to Gibby Kinnebrew. Gibby on a bounce. Now they go high post, hand back Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew in space. Nope. And what are we going to have here?
Charge on Kinnebrew.
Offensive foul, number 5.
Yep, they're going to get Kinnebrew. That'll be 3 on Kinnebrew. And that's the third team foul.
Yeah, the hated double whistle on a charge, but they pointed to the guy who had the primary. Both refs had the same call, and Gibby picks up his 3rd.
49-36. Dickinson needing the hoop here. Here's Cranston has it. Hounded by Kralik. Now he operates in the paint, tries to kick in the corner, taken away by Kramer. Back comes Century. Kramer, free throw line, hesitation move, and goes up. And it's going to stay with Century.
Yeah, it's worked a few times for Camden, just taking it right down the pipe, and that time Mavs were able to knock it out of his hands.
Reminder, we'll have our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game report coming up at the end of this one. We'll have here's a 3 by Kinnebrew. That one comes off. Our Sport Clips MVP and our Spas, etc. move of the game. Here's Bollinger, now finds Wolf. Wolf down the lane, finger roll layup with the left hand is off. Rebound to Aldinger. Gets it off to Kramer. Here's Kralik with it.
Ooh. That's a good call. He's in his zone. Like, he can't be in his shorts like that. He's got to give him a little bit of space, and I know Joey did a little extra there, but I think Boston had the first foul.
And that's going to be the 3rd one on Boston Cranston. So Cranston. So you got Cranston with 3, Nisley with 4, Kinnebrew with 3, Cameron Wolf with 3. Who's going to be left?
And Mattern has 1, and now Glauser has 1. So they have their warnings. So they got their half. And so foul trouble all around for everybody.
Kralik off the inbounds. Aldinger now goes right side to Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew on the bounce, then they're going to get Glauser on the hold there.
Yeah, this is all that's going to happen is, when you start calling all these, you're going to have to start calling them all because you got to, they try to let them play, but you can't let them just take over the game, you know what I mean? And so now both teams have to adjust. The whistle's been blown 7 times in the first 7 minutes. You got to adjust. You got to make an adjustment here if you're with the players on the floor.
Yeah, well put, Joe. You're right. I mean, you got to adjust. You got to play through it.
You do. There's been 3 or 4 block charges. You force the hand of the ref to make a call, and now they're going to have to call everything because it's just the way it is. It's a physical basketball game, and it's an important basketball game.
Here's Kinnebrew. Nope, I stand corrected. That's Kramer. Kramer nowhere to go. Now he goes back out high to Aldinger. Hounded by Bullinger. Aldinger, he's going to attack. Gets in the lane. Nowhere to go. Turn. Now step back by Braden. Braylon comes off. And that'll go out of bounds. It'll go back to the Dickinson Mavericks. 49-36. Century by 13 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 12:25 to go in this one. Stevenson kicks it back out. Cranston, high left side, 3. Bingo.
Little John kick, find Boston. Boston now has 5 points in this half, 10 for the game.
Lead down to 10 at 49-39. Here's Kinnebrew.
He's already taken double the shots that he taken in the last half, so I'd like to see that earlier from Boston. They're going to need him to get back in this game.
Caden Wellstead now in the ball game. He controls it on the right wing. Now he tacks middle of the floor, hands off Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew, yep, and that's going to be Bullinger, and that'll be 2 on him, and that's the 5th team foul for the Mavericks. 5 for Dickinson, 3 for Century. 11:54 to go here in the ball game.
Yeah, there's going to be some fouling out here pretty soon because people, they have to blow the whistle.
Kralik will trigger it inbounds.
It's a good refereeing crew with a lot of WDA basketball experience.
Wellstead hands it off to Kinnebrew. Now Kinnebrew, a little shimmy shake move, rises, 15-footer on the way, book it.
Good luck contesting that one. He got to his spot, rose up, long extension, knocks it down.
Quickly back the other way. Glauser. Ooh, behind the back pass there by Daychild. Try to get a little too cute. Goes out of bounds. They'll go back the other way.
Yeah, if he dump stops and just leaves a 2-foot bounce pass, it's a wide open layup on the baseline.
51-39. Century leads it. Kramer will work it up, guarded by Bullinger. Kramer still on the bounce, now goes out high to Wellstead. Now they come near side left, Kinnebrew. Gibby attacks, Gibby leans in, tough shot. He's gonna be bodied up there.
Yeah, Coach Madden went to his 4-high look, just allowing baseline penetration, knowing that the Mavericks are overextending their pressure right now. Get the ball to the baseline and be able to drive it down the baseline from the wing with no help side.
So Gibby Kinnebrew will go to the Serve Pro free throw line where he'll shoot a pair. Sets and delivers and gets the first one, does Gibby. He's got 7 points on the night. Kramer leads the way with 15 for Century. Second one rolls off for Gibby. Back comes Bullinger for the Mavs. Cranston goes baseline left. Now out high, Daychild. He's going to fire for 3. Rolls off, Kralik the rebound. Quick outlet, Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew, stop and go move. And he tries to go by Daychild, goes up and sends one home. But it's going to be on the drive as Jordan Daychild. Was that Daychild? Yeah, it was Daychild. Okay, that's his second. And that's going to be bonus. So now Century's in the bonus the rest of the way. 10:56 to go. And here comes Wolf back in.
Cameron Wolf checks in for Dickinson.
Sport Clips will keep you looking your best. Check in online with the hairstyles today at sportclips.com. 2 locations in Bismarck, 1 in Minot. Sport Clips. So Gibby back at the Serve Pro free throw line for Century. Sets and gets that one.
Kinnebrew sinks the first. Gets a second.
He will have one more.
Be interesting to see when they go back to Nestle. He hasn't really played this whole game with foul trouble, so whatever minutes you can get out of him, it's all bonus from here on out.
Well, same result for Gibby, 1 for 2, 2 for 4 from the, 4 for 6 from the line tonight. Stevenson attacks on Kralik on the right block, kicks it back out. Orton for 3, in and out, and rebound. Stevenson, layup up and good.
Grown man rebound right there. He had Xavier and Kralik all over him, and Stevenson able to go up and get it and finish.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor, 10:38 to go. Century 53, Dickinson 41. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
Seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Quick timeout there by Danny Glaser. We'll see what he's set up. Inbound it to Kralik. Now Dickinson pulls back the pressure, and Haroldstead will bring it in the front court for the Pats. Looks inside, skips it to Wellstead. Now they go on the wing to Kinnebrew on the left side. Kinnebrew attacks, top of the key. Kramer gets downhill. Follow away shot comes off. Rebound to Cranston, and no, he runs it down. Cranston will work it up the floor for the Mavs. In the corner, here's Wolf with it. Wolf goes baseline, stop and go, nowhere to go. Trying to wrap it into the corner to Bollinger, taken away by Gibson Kinnebrew. Here comes Gibby back the other way. Gibby on the bounce, down low, Kramer. Orton, and they're going to get Kramer, that's going to be a hook there. Good call.
Yep.
As Kramer gets his first, and that's going to be Century's 4th team foul.
Most 5'10", 6-foot guys get away with that in the post, but Camden that time just a little too obvious with the free arm hook.
9:43 left to play here. Century by 12. Cranston hounded by Haroldstead out high. Now Cranston attacks. Here's Orton, straightaway 3 on the way, too strong. Rebound, Bollinger, quick layup up and good for Bollinger.
Yeah, good fight right now from the Mavs. They're doing a good job of offensive rebounding. Stevenson got one a minute ago that time. Bollinger, just a good job of just getting extra possessions and keeping their team in this fight.
Bollinger's got 4, and it's 53-43. Century by 10. Down low, Kralik, one bounce. Kralik goes up with the left hand, missed it. And they're going to get Stevenson on the foul, I do believe. Yeah. Yes, they will. That's his first. And that will be the 8th team foul. So Joey Kralik will toe the ServPro free throw line. 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleaning and restoration at ServPro. Kralik misses the first. Aldinger comes back in now for Century. Kralik sets the second and delivers. Got it. Dylan Glaser comes back in now for the Mavs. 54-43.
Be a good time for the Mavs to make their push here.
Cranston tacks on Haroldstead. Now gets it off to Glaser. Glaser baseline left. Nothing there. He's hounded by Kramer. Top of the key, 3. Stevenson wide right. Cranston the rebound, spins in the paint. Finds Stevenson. Stevenson attacks, flips it up. Comes off, no good. Tried to flip it underneath Wellstead, but Haroldstead there for the rebound. Now they hand it off to Aldinger in the front court, does Kramer. Around the wheel, they come left corner, Haroldstead with it. Xavier, top of the key, tacks, kicks in the right corner, Aldinger. Good close out there by Wolf. Now Aldinger goes baseline, he rises up, shot comes off, And rebound to Cameron Wolf, or no, Nate Stevenson.
And that was a good take there, just a bad bounce on the front of the rim.
Gets it off Cranston, back to Stevenson. Stevenson, double clutch shot, it's up and good for Nate Stevenson.
Stevenson's done a lot of nice things in this game. He's got 14 points, a bunch of offensive rebounds, battling all night long, down 7 on the Mavs.
Lead down to 9 at 54-45. Kramer on the bounce, gets in the paint. Left corner, they go Aldinger. Braylon brings it out of the corner, brings it, shakes and bakes on Wolf. Now here's Haroldstead, left side 3, in and out. Rebound to Stevenson for Dickinson.
Another empty possession, no points for the Patriots. Can they make another play here and cut it to 5?
Mavs come the other way. Glazer backs down on Kramer to no avail. Now gets it off to Cranston. They close on him.
Good.
Cranston gets in the paint and jump stop. He wanted the end one, but it's going to be on the drive.
Yeah, real good take there from Boston. Cranston sweeps right, so gets back to his left hand. Camden Craner picked up his second.
Well, Nisley comes back in now at the 7:29 mark with those 4 personals. Kinnebrew also back in for Century.
And I'm okay with that. He could play the whole next 7.5 without a foul. And I think it's a good move right now. You're in a 7-point game. Get him back in there, see if you can get him into a rhythm.
Yep, and he's got the task of guarding Wolf, who's playing with those 3 personal fouls. Glazer now back to Wolf. Wolf jump stop on the elbow, turns, fires. That one's going to be short. Right place, right time is Bollinger, and he goes up with a reverse Daychild. I stand corrected.
Yeah, another nice offensive rebound. Right now, the Mavs are just outworking the Patriots on the boards. They've gotten 2 or 3 it's at least 3 that I can remember, offensive rebound putbacks here in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
54-47. Kinnebrew attacks, scored and won. Take a look at that one on our Ryan Family Dealership replay. Gibby with the hoop and the harm.
Orton picks up the foul.
And that was Orton on the foul. Free throw's no good for Gibby. 56-47. 6:47 left to go here in the ball game.
Cranston still just has those 2 buckets this half, 10 points for the game.
Yeah, they hand back to him. Thought they pushed off on Kralik. Now in the corner they go. Here's Daychild with it. Daychild backs in. Now goes up Orton. Top of the key, straight away 3. Rolls off. Nisley the rebound. Nisley comes back the other way for Century. Left wing Kinnebrew. Gibby attacks. Now backs it back out. Resets. Looks down low. There's Nisley with it on the block. Nisley faces up. Attacks on Glazer, loses it, now gets it off to Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew, left wing 3, bingo!
Good bucket there, bucket, that's a big one. That's a play of the game possibly right there. Gets it back to 12, Kinnebrew. Really no offense happening there, and Kinnebrew able just to make a play, rise up and knock down a 3.
59-47, lead back to 12 for Century. And then we're gonna get a violation carrying the basketball, and where Darren Mattern wants a First and National Bank and Trust timeout. We'll take one as well. 5:55 to go in this one. Century 59, Dickinson 47. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors. Your plan, your future, your team.
$59-47. Century leads as we talked about that big 3 there. Let's take a look at that on our Ryan Family Dealership replay. As you said, Joe, not a whole lot of offense going on, and there's Gibby stepping into one.
Yeah, you know, Nisley had the ball he was in the post, but he was about 14 feet from the hoop, and just a nice little handoff. Mavs defense got confused on the handoff of who was guarding Gibby on that one, and Gibby rose up with no hesitation.
Well, Darren Mattern that time wanted to have a chat with his guys, and we'll see if that chat worked.
Winning time for them right now. Take care of the basketball, run 1:35 seconds off the shot clock, finish the basketball game for them. For the Mavs, you got to speed them up. speed them up, cause some turnovers, and execute on the offensive end.
Here's Haroldstead. Down low they go. Nisley. A lot of bodies in Nisley's area. Nisley turns and fires from 10. Oh, Gibby climbs up and tips it in. Are you kidding me?
Got to put a body on him. He came out from nowhere to get that tip in. Almost a tip dunk. Got a little bumped at the end, but Gibby Kinnebrew showing off that bounce, showing off those bunnies.
Here's Glaser. Right wing three comes off. Ooh, might have been a push on the weak side there by Daychild, but they missed it. Now here's Orton with it. Orton down the lane, nowhere to go. Now gets it off Daychild in traffic. Now Glaser. Glaser, stop and go move, leans in, scores, and Nisley's got to let him go, and he scores it.
Yeah, Glaser's a smart player, knows that Nisley's got those 4 fouls, attacks him all the way to the glass, knows there's not much Nisley can do, gets it for the 2.
Flight 5 coming through the lane last time for Century and finishing it at the 10. Nisley on the left block, backs down Glaser. Shot fake, nowhere to go. Now Kinnebrew, top of the key. They wanted 3 seconds, didn't get it. Straightaway 3, Nisley on the way. That one rolls off. Kralik the rebound. Kralik gathers it back, gets it off to Kinnebrew. Now Gibby nowhere to go. Now Century in disarray. Now Gibby backs it out and resets the offense for the Pats. Cranston going for the steal there. Now gets it off to Kramer. Now Kramer's going to set things up, settle things down a little bit. Here's Nisley, fakes right, attacks left, leans in, tough shot, and he missed it. And they're going to get Glaser on the foul. As we take a look, Joe, on our Ryan Family Dealership replay, that last tip in there by Gibby Kinnebrew.
Yeah, no box out from Wolf. Like I said, if Boston Cranston doesn't get a finger on that or finger on Kinnebrew as he's diving through there, that's probably a highlight that PSP would keep for a couple of years.
So at the line is Garrett Nisley. Free throw on the way is up and good for Garrett.
Yeah, Garrett with just 6 points on the night. Had a bucket early and a 3-point here in the first half, or the second half in the early part. Foul trouble's been plaguing him all night long.
I got him for 8.
I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Yeah, well, that's all right. I'm not trying to, but I could be wrong as well too. What are we gonna have there?
I think someone left the arc early. I think he's gonna get another chance at it. Someone left the lane line early.
Okay. Looks like that was Daychild that they called on that, so Nisley will get a do-over. Garrett sets and delivers, and he got that one.
Nisley good at the line.
63-49. Dickinson's got to make a run here, and they got to do it quick. Here's Daychild with it. Daychild on the bounce. Now they go Stevenson on the right wing. Stevenson backs down Kralik. Taken away by Kinnebrew. Gibby staying with it. Now Kralik, and then Glaser's going to tip it out of bounds.
Yeah, good defense there by Glaser. Joe, he just didn't want to dribble that one anymore and gave it to Kinnebrew. Little shovel pass. Gibby didn't have much more really place to go with it.
A lot of traffic there as Darren says we're going to pull this thing out and run some time off the shot clock. It's down to 15. Kramer on the bounce. Gets it off. Nisley turns, fires for 3. That one comes off. Rebound to Stevenson. Quickly back. Cranston on the left wing. Shot fake flyby. Ooh, nice tip out there by Nisley into the hands of Kinnebrew. 63-49. And then now they're going to get Cranston on the bump.
Yeah, a little late, but it was the right call. It's never too late to do the right thing, Scott.
4th personal foul on Boston Cranston at the 3:13 mark here.
We are in the double bonus here.
Yep, so Gibby Kinnebrew will go back to the Serve Pro free throw line. And now they got to get Gibby bandaged up there. And now he's ready to go. He'll step back to the Serve Pro free throw line.
Darren wanted to make sure he could still shoot with that on his elbow.
Misses that one.
Blame the tape. Blame the tape.
Gibby will have another one. Missed them both. Well, Gibby having a hard time at that charity stripe tonight. Stevenson back on the right block.
4 for 9 to be exact.
Here's Wolf, now hands off to Cranston. Cranston gets downhill, gets in the paint, nowhere to go. Kicks in the corner. Here's Wolf for 3 on the way. He's up and good for Cameron Wolf.
Yeah, good inside out there. Boston Cranston draws 2, pivots his way to finding Wolf in the corner.
63-52. Kennebrew jump stop in the paint, goes up, and he's going to shoot 2. Cameron Wolf is going to get called 4th personal. Century, as Joe mentions, in the double bonus.
Ooh, 4 for 10.
Oof.
Could have put this in the ice chest.
Yeah, Gibby having a little trouble at the charity stripe. Sets and delivers that one. Now missed them both again. So he's 0 for 4 in the last minute. 2:35 to go in the ball game. 63-52. Here's Stevenson in the paint, nowhere to go. Tipped away by Haroldstead. Back in the arms of Stevenson. Now blocked away by Haroldstead. Taken away by Wolf. Wolf on the baseline. Reverse layup. No. What was that now?
Kralik is going to get called for a foul.
Okay. That's just a 6-team foul on Century, and Century had a quick 3.
Gibby just threw his bloody Band-Aid at the first row of the bleachers. I'm not sure if that's
So now Cameron Wolf will go to the Serve Pro free throw line, and now they're going to say no, he's got to go out of the ball game now.
He's got to go out, doesn't he? That's the second time. Probably shouldn't have ripped that Band-Aid off as hard as he did. He's upset about those free throws.
Yeah, reminder, we'll have our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game report. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goal. Visit us online at planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome, and we'll have our Sport Clips player of the game and our Spas Etc. move of the game. (63-52). Wolf toes the Serve Pro free throw line, and he buries that one. Averaging 16, almost 16, or 16 and a half, and that just his 6th point of the night.
I feel like that's a lot for these guys. I mean, they're averaging 94 a game, only got 454 right now. There's going to be a lot of guys well below their average tonight for the Mavs.
63-54 as Century having some trouble. Now they get it across. Kramer hounded by Cranston. They're going to get Cranston, and that's going to be it for Boston Cranston. Danny Glauser can't believe it.
Dickinson, number 0, Tatum Bollinger.
So Camden Kramer now at the Serve Pro free throw line. That one's no good.
The free throw woes are upon us.
What are they, 0 for their last 5?
More than that, because they missed a bunch.
Oh, there, now he breaks the ice. 10-point lead, 64-54. 2:05 left to go. Wolf down Broadway, flips up, scores it, and he's fouled.
Basket's good. Wolf.
All right, 8 points, 2 minutes.
Take a look at that on our
7.
Ryan Family Dealership replay as Wolf right down Broadway.
Yeah, good play there from Wolf. Defense a little overplaying there, and
Haroldstead the foul.
Wolf will see if he can make his 3rd in a row.
And Wolf converts that one.
So missed free throws on one end and one's on the other.
Lead down to 7.
Patriots had a chance to put this in the ice box a while ago.
Here's Kramer, now to Nisley. Now to Kralik, now back to Kramer in the front court. Minute 50 to go. Kinnebrew out high, guarded by Bollinger. Now they give it off to Kramer. Now Kramer attacks, gets in the paint. Oh, and they're going to be a traveling violation. And we're going to go back the other way.
Big bucket here, big possession. All of a sudden you play the foul game with a team that hasn't made a lot of free throws.
64-57. Stevenson's going to control for the Midgets. Enters it. Daychild in the right wing. Up high they go to Wolf. Guarded by Nisley with those 4 personals. Now Daychild. Now Bollinger. Bollinger attacks. Oh, he finds Glaser on the cut. Oh, he missed the bunny, but we're going to get a foul.
Yeah, not a bad call there at all. That's a A to B jump. It looks like he's vertical, but he just jumped from one point and landed another. A to B, no verticality when it comes to that.
That was on Xavier.
I think so, yep.
So that'll be his 3rd. So Glaser to the Serve Pro free throw line. Free throw by Dillon's up and good.
Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy.
64-58.
Starting to feel like Georgia in the 4th quarter last night.
Make it 64-59. 1:20 to go. And Darren Mattern wants to talk it over. 1:20 to go in this one. Century 64. The Mavericks 59. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Well, the Century Patriots have been snake bit at the charity stripe tonight as they've allowed Dickinson to cut this to 5 with 1:20 to play. And with 1:20 to go, a 5-point lead, well, that's not a whole lot, folks.
Yeah, so right now Gibby's 2 for 9 this half from the free throw line. Nisley's made both of his. I got Camden 1 of 4 and Joey Kralik 1 of 2. So 4 of those guys are on the floor. 3 of those shooters are on the floor right now, so someone's going to have to step up and knock down a free throw.
Well, token pressure applied as they get it into Kramer. Now Nisley. Now Gibby comes back and gets it. Now he gets it in the front court. Now they trap. Now Nisley in the right corner. Kramer, he's going to rise, fire for 3. Bingo. Yeah. Oh, what a big shot there.
Who needs free throws when you knock down the long ball?
Camden Kramer comes up big there. Back the other way, almost a steal by Kinnebrew. Here's Glaser attack, and he flips it up, and they're going to get Haroldstead on his 4th personal. Let's take a look at that on our Ryan Family Dealership replay. The big 3 there by Camden Kramer.
Yeah, Camden started the half with a 3-pointer in that same spot, and he looks like he's going to end the half with a 3-pointer from that same spot. Just a really good ball movement, no hesitation. Camden's a really good 3-point shooter. Knocked her down.
Glaser misses that one. 67-59. 53.6 to play. Glaser will have another one. He got that one to go.
You can just feel like this rivalry is going to be something this year.
Oh, yeah.
Both of these teams know each other really well. A lot of them play summer basketball together. They've been playing each other since probably middle school and AAU or travel little kids basketball before that. I think this has a meaning to be one of a couple chapters this year.
67-60 as now they got a foul and Glaser gets his 4th. They foul Gibby Kinnebrew. Gibby was a 68% free throw shooter coming into this one, but
you have some work to do to get that one back.
Tonight's not going to help his average much as he goes to the Serve Pro free throw line again. There, you got one.
Just looked a little flat tonight with that.
Yep. And we're going to have a First National Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. Century by 8, 39.4 to go. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese. It has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Now 68-60 our score, as Gibby Kinnebrew will go. We'll have one more as he made the first. Second one's up and good.
Yeah, that one had a little bit better rotation and loft on it.
9-point lead now for Century. Here's Wolf, high right side three. Oh, that one comes off wide right. Here's Kinnebrew. Kinnebrew at the other end, look out. Oh, send it home, Gibby Kinnebrew. Ho, ho, ho.
They tee him up for that? They teed him up for that.
Oh, wow.
Nah.
Take a look at that one on our Ryan Family Dealership replay. As he broke by the defense at the half-court line, goes up.
You know how fast he's going? I just don't know if that's a technical.
Oh, wow.
I just don't like. That kid is going so fast and so hard, and it takes so much power to jump that high. Like, his momentum's carrying him through that. Like, that's an unnecessary call, I think. What a play by Xavier.
That was Gibby.
Oh, Gibby, I'm sorry.
Daychild gets one of two.
And the Century student section did not care about the technical. They just want the dunks.
71-62 as, boy, you got to give
kind of a reminder of that Doppler one. Remember that Doppler one a couple years ago at St. Mary's? Very similar to that one.
You got to give the guys inside. They go Glauser, and Glauser goes up and scores.
Glauser with the basket.
And we're going to have another First International Bank and Trust timeout, as we're going to send you to break on one more time on that flush by Gibby Kinnebrew for Century, as Century leads at 71-64. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Well, Danny Glauser's still fighting here as he gets a timeout off that hoop, 71-64, and I think, yeah, they're just going to let Century dribble this one out, and Century is going to hang on here, and they're going to win this one by a score of 71-64, and that's going to take us into our planning team financial advisors Shots Crossroads post-game report, as Joe Cattell has made his way down, and we'll get a chance to talk with Darren Mattern and a player as well. Good effort, valiant effort tonight by the Dickinson Midget. They gave Century all they can handle here tonight as we go into our planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads post-game report is Joe Cattell has made his way down to the playing floor. He's going to talk with Darren Mattern, and I believe he's going to get a word with Camden Kramer. Now let's go courtside, and Joe, take it away.
Coach Mattern, a team that only holds a team to 44 points a game, and you guys, and a team that scores 90 points a game in Dickinson. Something had to give. What was the game plan coming into tonight?
Well, we knew they're going to spread you out, and one-on-one defense is going to be important tonight, and quite honestly, we got to get better. You got to be able to win one-on-one matchups when they spread the floor like that, and they're hard to guard when they got guys that can score it from different spots on the floor. They're going to be a tough out down the road just because they got 4 or 5 guys that can shoot the three, and then they got some guys that can really get downhill. So we got a long ways to go to get better, and we got to clean a lot of things up, and that's going to start next week.
Yeah, starting last year, going into this year, I mean, you got a lot of juniors and seniors, so do they. These two kids have played each other for a long time. Feel like this is chapter 1 of a long series maybe for this year against Dickinson.
Well, there's no question about that. We know each other pretty well, but at the end of the day, I wasn't very happy with how many times we put them at the foul line early, and you got to play good position defense and be solid in the half-court defense, and I don't think that was the case. So we got a lot of work to do, and it has to start Monday in practice.
Were you able to learn something about your depth, though? The first half, you had some foul trouble. You had 3 regular bench guys out on the floor for you to finish that half. They were able to stretch the lead a little bit. Was that a little bit of a positive to see those bench guys really stretching for you?
Well, there's no question, and to a fault, I gotta trust my bench even a little bit more. I mean, we got to have depth. When you get to tournament time and you play 3 days in a row, you got to have 8 to 10 kids that can contribute, and I was very proud of the way they played tonight off the bench. I thought Dinger and Wellstead were tremendous, and we just got to keep putting trust in those guys, and I tell them all the time they got to be an extension of our starters.
Awesome, man. Congratulations on the win. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Come on over, Camden. Good, man. Congrats on the victory. Obviously a really good Dickinson team. You guys know a lot about each other. I mean, I remember coaching with you guys down when you're in sophomores, a lot of the same kids playing. Talk about just this rivalry starting to feel like it's going to be something, obviously one more time on Dickinson, but maybe even in the tournament time.
Right. I mean, going there throughout the years has been one of the hardest games of the year for us. And yeah, like you said, we've been playing these guys forever. I mean, I remember playing some of these guys in like travel ball in like 5th, 6th grade.
Yeah.
So it's just fun, and we really like to compete. So it's great matchup.
First half, bunch of foul trouble for you guys. On the floor at one time was 3 bench guys, you and Xavion, I think. What was it like, obviously having to step up, but it wasn't a normal lineup for you guys. What was the mindset those last 4 or 5 minutes of the first half?
Yeah, just like our bench guys coming in, giving us breathers and stuff like that. So that was really huge. Caden Wellstead came in and hit a big shot. Braylon coming off the bench for us. It's huge. To have a good team, you got to have bench players come in for you.
Free throws weren't going down there. You had a chance to close the game out a little bit earlier. You guys break the press, and in the corner you knock down the 3. What was the mindset there? Instead of running clock or whatever, just step up and knock it down and stretch this thing out?
Yeah, I mean, I was in the corner. I was in my sweet spot, so I was going to shoot that anyway.
Easier than a free throw tonight?
Yeah, it sure was.
Awesome, man. Well, back to you, Scotty. Appreciate you, man. Yep.
All right, Joe, great job there. As there you see it, Darren Mattern and Camden Kramer as Century wins at 71-64. A Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame report rolls on with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by
sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready?
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Name it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors, your plan, your future, your team.
Welcome back to Lynette Olson Gymnasium and our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game report. Century wins this by a score of 71-64. Let's give you a quick BNC scoreboard update on the AA side and boys in the WDA. Let's see here, Mandan over Minot North 81-65, and Bismarck all over Legacy 110-80, and St. Mary's over Jamestown 86-64. On the girls' AA side, St. Mary's over Jamestown 52-47, Mandan over Minot North 87-52, and Bismarck High over Legacy 68-53, and Minot over Williston 70-45. As the Century Patriots move to 6-0 on the season, 3-0 in the conference, and Dickinson drops to 4-2 and 2-1 in the conference. And for a look at our final individual numbers, here's Joe Cattell.
Yeah, for the Dickinson Mavericks, they trailed by 7 at half. They lose by 7 tonight. They had 8 players in scoring. They knocked down 4 3-pointers, and they were 15 for 17 from the free throw line, which was a big factor in them being super competitive in this basketball game. They were led tonight in scoring by Dylan Glazer's 14 points. They got 14 as well from Nate Stevenson. 10 points from the leading scorer Boston Cranston, which is a little over 20 points short of his season average. 10 points from Cameron Wolf, 6 points from Jordan Daychild, 4 points for both Tristan Orton and Tatum Bullinger, and 2 points for Caleb Pullins. For the Century Patriots, again, scored 37 in the first, scored 34 in the second to go to 71. They knocked down 4 threes today. They were 9 for 20 from the free throw line, and they had 7 players in the scoring column. I got Gibby Kinnebrew tonight with 20 points. He was 5 for 13 from the free throw line. Probably the only negative thing we can say about Gibby's performance, and especially in that second half. 19 points for Camden Kramer, knocking down 2 big three-pointers, including the one that was kind of the door sealer for the Century Patriots tonight. 9 points for Joey Krolick. 8 points for Garrett Nisley, suffered most of the night with foul trouble. 6 points for Xavion Harrelstead. 5 points for Caden Wellstead, knocking down a 3 in the first half, and 4 points as well for Braylon Aldinger. Again, 71-64, 7-point victory for the Century Patriots.
Well, Joe, a couple more things to do here. We got to give out our Spas Etc. move of the game. It's time to bring you a spa to your home. Stop into Spas Etc. and you'll find a massive inventory and a next level sales team that can help you find the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. It's Spas Etc. Well, Joe, I had in the first half on my docket, I had the Gibby Kinnebrew tip in, but our Spas Etc. move of the game tonight, well, it's going to be
the highlight of the night.
The Gibby Kinnebrew throwdown right there at the end of the game is our Spas Etc. move of the game. Let's give you a look at what's coming up on the PSP Network as our coverage ends tomorrow, as we will have our Redeemers and Bishop Bryan right here on the PSP Network, and that will conclude our holiday week coverage, and more to come next week on the PSP Network. Well, Joe, got to give out our Spas Etc. Player of the Game, our Sport Clips Player of the Game. Sport Clips brings you the MVP of this matchup. Sport Clips is the home of the MVP haircut experience. Nothing comes close to making you feel like an MVP, quite like the MVP experience at Sport Clips, and that Sport Clips game MVP is. Joe, you talked about it, and guess what the highlight is here tonight?
Yeah, Camden Kramer knocks down that big three right there to end the game. I think it was only a 5-point game, maybe 6-point game at that time. A timeout was called by somebody to just set up the press, talk about free throw shooters, all those types of things. And Camden Kramer said, "No foul here, man. I'm going to knock the corner three." From, what did he say, his sweet spot? Is that what he
sweet
called
spot,
it?
yeah. He's living in the corner as Camden Kramer is our Sport Clips game MVP. Well, that's going to do it for this one, as we hope you enjoyed the coverage tonight on the PSP Network. More to come the rest of the way, as we got a long way to go till we get to tournament time in March. I want to thank all of our sponsors, BNC National Bank, also to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, and also to First International Bank and Trust, Ryan Family Dealership, ServPro, Minot State, UPS Store, Planet Pizza, Northern Plains Heating and Air, BSN Sports, Farstead Oil, Val Seckery, Aggie Foundation, also Bones Barbecue Sauce, Jerome's Collision Center, Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads, Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom, and Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters, or online at shotscrossroads.com. And also to Sport Clips and to Spas Etc. Big thanks goes out to the man behind the lens, Johnny Haugen, doing a great job here tonight for you from Lynette Olson Gymnasium. Repeating our final score here tonight, Century 71, Dickinson 64. For Joe Cattell, Scott Woodmansey saying so long from Lynette Olson Gymnasium.